Hi, this is Jay Jenkins with Pearson Education. In this video, I'm going to highlight some of the differences between our Mylab math product and MathXL. MathXL is the engine that runs most of the assignments inside of my MathLab. The main difference between the two programs is that Mylab Math is based on a textbook subscription. So what we're going to see in a moment is that I'm using Blitzer Developmental Math for both of my demos in both courses. And for Pearson Mylab Math, the Blitzer Developmental Math subscription is based on the book. So if a student uses Mylab Math and uses the Blitzer book, they can use the Blitzer book from semester to semester to semester without repurchasing. MathXL, on the other hand, is a subscription-based product, which means students purchase a length of time in order to use the product, but it is not based on any particular text. This gives students the freedom to move between different courses without having to repurchase. In other words, I could use the Blitzer Dev Math book for, say, the intermediate algebra portion of my college education, and then when I move on to my credit-bearing courses such as pre-calculus or college algebra or liberal arts math or even statistics, I would not have to repurchase if I had purchased a subscription length that would last long enough to allow me to reuse my subscription. MathXL comes in subscriptions of 6 months, 12 months, and 24 months. If a school uses MathXL for multiple courses, from Dev Math all the way through calculus, this could allow students to get through multiple math courses with the low price of one subscription. There are a couple other differences that we will highlight, but it's important to understand the subscription and what students are purchasing. So again, Mylab, they purchase access to a particular textbook and they get use of that textbook for the life of the edition. For MathXL, they purchase for a subscription. If that subscription runs out, the student would then repurchase a new subscription. Now let's go in and take a look at the two different courses side by side. So in our My MathLab course, when you use the menu item to turn on the menu, as you can see, you get the navigational bar on your left-hand side. Everything on the navigational bar is customizable. In MathXL, the navigational bar, as you can see over here, is going to be very standard and is stuck in place. You cannot come in and customize or edit any of these areas. So the first thing you'll notice is that if you are a user of the editing and customization, and if you wanted to go to MathXL, that is be something that you would be losing in the process. However, after that, there's not much loss. So as we can see, the course area looks very similar in MathXL to my MathLab. Obviously, the larger screen here will help. The exercise creation process, when you go to Homework and Test to create, you go to Homework and Test Manager. Will look very similar as if we were in the Course Tools area of my MathLab and going to the Assignment Manager. You get the same abilities, all the functionality is the same, all the tools are the same, so you do not lose much in that respect when you're coming into MathXL from my MathLab. However, there are some features in my MathLab, depending on title and text, that may not flow into MathXL. However, at this point in time, most of the items are available regardless of whether you're in my MathLab or MathXL. The biggest difference between the two programs from a student perspective is going to be how they access the e-text. So inside of my MathLab, you obviously have the ability to go to the entire ebook. So if we go back to our main menu in my MathLab, you have the ability to go to the e-text or the chapter contents or even the multimedia library in order to find content such as e-text and multimedia videos. So let's say if we were looking for Chapter 4, all sections, all types of content, and hit Find Now, you'll be able to get to all the content in one place. This is obviously extremely convenient for students and helpful. And if I want to go to the e-text, I would click on e-text. Now in MathXL, it would work a little bit differently. So if we come into the MathXL environment, and let's open this up a little bit, what you'll see if a student wants to work on see the e-text, they have two options. One, when they're inside of an assignment and they're working on a problem, let's go to a different problem, different assignment. So let's say we're working on an assignment. They would access the textbook through the problems. So if they're working on a problem, they click question help and then they can click textbook. That will take them to the section 1.6. The textbook is broken up in this way throughout the entire product. So whenever they're working on a certain section, that section will always be available to that student. It'll be the exact same pagination, the exact same type of textbook as they are in Mathlab. However, they just don't have the ability to go from one section to the next section. They would just go to each section that pertains to the item that they are working on. It honestly is the way that most students work with the textbook anyway. Most students tend to do their homework and then go back and read the book as they need to. How they access the textbook is definitely the biggest piece of difference between my Mathlab and MathXL. The other way that they can access the textbook or the videos that are available inside of the course is through the study plan. So notice when you come to the study plan, the first thing is that there's a video available for each section. It will be available right here in the study plan, so they can just click on it and that would open up the video, as opposed to the multimedia library, which is available inside of my Mathlab. And again, the other area is if they're practicing and they're in a certain section, they choose 1.13. If they go to question help, again, they can click on the textbook and that will take them to that section 1.1. Aside from the subscription lengths and the way that you access the textbook, and the customization of my Mathlab, other than that, most of the experience will be the same. So regardless of whether you're going to the gradebook inside of my Mathlab or the assignment manager inside of MathXL, these items will work extremely similarly without a lot of change to the instructor experience at all. This concludes a brief overview between my Mathlab and MathXL. I hope it was helpful, and if you have more questions, please reach out to your sales rep, and we would be happy to provide you with more information. Thank you, and have a good day.